Up, everybody? How's it going? Hello, hello, chat. Um, we got some patch notes to go over. Some patch notes. Please do not spoil. All right, if you're in chat coming in here, do not spoil. I'd love to know, but wow, there is a lot of patch notes. Like, holy shit. Holy. All right, I'm gonna play some just like the PoE background music, you know. Get that going a little bit. Alright, so casual player going over patch notes. That's what this should be over. Casual player. I'm the casual player. I'm an old man, a dad. Soon to have 2 kids. Soon. Guy that only plays probably 20 to 30 hours a week. Between there, somewhere around there. I don't know. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's not. Probably average around 20, to be honest. There might be some weeks where I get a little bit extra, you know, but yeah. So I'm a very casual player. Heck, I still haven't even beat Maven yet, which I said last league. Well, I said last league I'd beat Awakener, but I did too many experimental builds, and I did like 6 builds. I don't know. I was in a build crazy, and I never got that far, unfortunately. So I haven't even beat Awakener. I haven't beat a Maven. But I'm going to try this league. I'm going to try. So, hopefully we can do it. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm still trying to... My whole goal... I probably could already do it if I followed a build and everything and did it in Trade League, because I played Trade League. I probably could if I followed a build, but I'm trying to do it with my own build. And that's why I have not killed Maven or Awakener. Because I am trying to look up nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just... doing the hardcore of learning PoE. Trying to learn how to build my own character. It's freaking hard, I'll tell you that. Because I would say like 95% of them fail. At least killing the bosses at the end. I can get to like tier 16. That's where like my builds have gone. So, anyways, enough about me. But if you guys are watching this on YouTube or anything like that, what's happening, my dude? Nothing much, dude. We're just going over patch notes. Which is, I don't know if you can see this, but there's this little bar here. And this is patch notes for just this league. They said there's going to be smaller patch notes, but yeah. We got a lot to go over. How are you, Kyle? Damn. GGG, you put in the work. You put in the work. That's why I buy support packs. Alright, this is the usual, though. So yeah, we're gonna read, so, ASMR, oldish style. What's going on with you, Kyle? What are you up to, man? Channeling leagues are a great opportunity for a fresh start in the new economy. All of your old character... Yep, okay, we know this. We know this. You'll test your skills, try Trials of Chaos. I'm gonna die probably a lot. I really want to do group play with this. I think this will be really fun. I really want to test out the group play and the trials. Encounter the trial master who will present you with a reward objective. Yep. I know like most of the stuff like we've already went over. So if you're successful, you must shows. Yep. In maps, you occasionally find and subscribe. Yep, we know about that. We already went over that the last couple of days. 3.14. There are standard hardcore assault found variation. Yep. Yep. 40 new challenges. I would love, man. I might go for it, dude, but. It is a big challenge. It really is. I mean, just playing some Final Fantasy 14. Nice. Oh yeah, you're off. Yeah, you're off right now, right, Kyle? I was like, are you supposed to be at work, Kyle? But I forgot you were off then. From the 19th challenge onwards, you get prizes. You get the totem, your trophy. You start building. I'm really sad. I wish I would have done. I always say this, but I wish in Echoes of the Atlas I should have went for 36 for that hideout. I'll never be able to get it now. Feels bad, but oh well. What are you gonna do? Okay. Anyways, this stuff is usual. That's usually there. Add a new strength. Okay, so Reap looks really cool. Select area, applying physical damage over time. Debuff in addition to hitting enemies with physical damage. If enemies survive, you gain a blood charge, which raises both the damage and the cost of the skill. Interesting. This one, this is the hentai move. This is the tentacle, the blood tentacle move. This one look. I think I'm gonna do a build to this too. Not my starting build though. But I'd like to do a build of this because the tentacle thing looks really cool. Yeah, going to be out for a bit. Test negative. Test is negative, which means I'm off for my wife's quarantine, and then I'll have to quarantine for myself when she's better. At least another week and a half, if not longer. Okay, so you get the chill, man. You get to chill. Do you get do you get unemployment for that, or do you have to file unemployment for those weeks that you're just off to cover, or how does that work? Add a new strength skill. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's what I kind of figured. You just go on unemployment until quarantine's over. I mean, is your wife doing pretty good then, or? Your wife was positive, you were negative. I thought you can't claim COVID now. It's gotta go under layoff. If she finds congestive only? Okay. Yeah, my mother-in-law had COVID. And I did, I lost, I think, technically great aunt passed away. She died of COVID. I didn't know her that well. I knew my uncle, but and I didn't know him like too well, but those are the only people I think. Oh no, my cousin had COVID too. So I had a cousin, my mother-in-law, and my aunt that passed away from COVID. So hopefully your wife is fine, dude, and it's just doesn't hit you, doesn't hit her hard. Added a new strength support gem, bloodthirst. Okay, so sorry. So we got corrupting fear. We kind of already know this. We just don't know the numbers, right? Cruelty. Blood magic support has been removed. 2 new support gems have been added in its place. Will give me a chance to get into this PoE league. Yeah, dude, we're gonna have to level and do some maps, man. I'm very much open up to group play. Like, I definitely want to do some group play. Support gem, ignorance. Life of the man, I've increased multiplier, blood magic. Okay. Thinking Glacial Cascade, dude. It's a really cool power. I haven't done that in a long time. I'm not really sure where it is, like, strength-wise, but it is a pretty cool build. It's hard to say, though, because this league, they're nerfing, like, a lot of things, which is good. It is good for the game, and the meta is definitely going to change this league. For sure. There might be a few builds, like if Essence Drain doesn't get nerfed at all. We'll see if it gets nerfed, but most likely I don't think it will. Essence Drain will probably be fine. So they added 13 uniques. I already know pretty much the gems. I just need to know the numbers and stuff. 14 new cards designed by our supporters. Add a ritual to the core game. Rebounce around the lower radiate. Okay. Introduced to the Val. Yeah, this is interesting. I've never found a key. I've never found a reliquary key. Extremely drop through. Extremely rare drop. Probably won't see it. When consumed in the map device, it grants you access in the ancient vault. Just it drops a special foil version of a Val-themed unique item. Uniques dropped in this way equal waiting. I just follow a guide because I'm still learning. Oh yeah, definitely follow a guide. Definitely. Oh, it's a Glacial Cascade Minor Shadow Saboteur. Oh, so you're going Minor okay. Because there is like you can do like self-cast. Minor ones are pretty good. And I think minors are fine. Minors got a little bit of a nerf. But I think they're fine though. The only thing they did with minors is like, I think minors didn't have to use mana, but now they have to use mana. Or like it costs them the mana. So I don't think it's like a huge nerf, but I think it's a little bit of a nerf. Compared to last league. And introduced the Veil. This is kind of interesting with this Veil Chaos Orb. Added 6 new vendor recipes. So 6 new. People have no idea what these are. They added 6 brand new vendor recipes. So you just, so when you try to sell So there's a certain combo. There's a certain vendor recipe. Brand new. And we have no idea what they will give us. So we'll have to see when the community finds out what these new recipes are. Which is cool. I think it's really cool. Because people will literally sit there trying to... It's like opening a safe. Like trying to find the right combination. Oh, the guy I was looking at it was the second best for starting builds next to Essence Drain. Which? Okay. And that's for 3.14? Yeah, I think Essence Drain didn't get... I don't think it got nerfed, so... Added 5 new equipment base types available on Atlas. This is interesting because there was like an amulet, there was a chaos ring. Not sure what else. Okay, some minor new content features. Added various new league rewards such as Catalyst. Yep. Usually other league changes sections for more information. Added 5 new sexton modifiers which cause maps in the associated Atlas. Blight, Delirium, Harvest, and Heist, this is cool. Continue to incredibly improve the sound, art, effects, and environments. Yep. Okay, Atlas and map changes. Conquerors of the Atlas encounters can now be accessed through a map item. Wait, what? Hang on. Conquerors of the Atlas encounters can be accessed through a map item? When you have Conqueror's Citadel ready to go, speaking to Zana will open the map device interface with the map containing the Conqueror Citadel already placed in the first slot. Currency can be applied to these maps in the same way a regular map, and adding fragments or scarabs alongside the map will enhance the map further. Item quantity will only increase the amount of rewards dropped by the Conqueror by 20% of its total value. Wait, what? So so if a Conqueror appears now on the Atlas, they're gonna give us it's a map item now. I mean, that's kind of cool. And then you can buff it up even, because usually you can't buff them up. They're just, you know, you have to go fight them. Okay, the Maven will now only witness encounters in Uncharted Realms Atlas region for the player that created the encounter. Okay. So no more Awakening bonuses. No longer provide additional chance to receive Atlas missions when completing a map. They completely gutted that out. So missions will be a little bit less. But with the new Atlas tree... I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Reduce the chance for map areas to contain abyss. Reduce the chance for map areas to contain. Oh, this. Okay. So there's less chance for these to appear because they want you to, in your Atlas, they want you to go for the one thing. Chance to encounter an mission containing any of these mechanics has also been lowered by the same amount. Okay. This is actually not bad because last time when I was like mapping, like last league, like I was getting like I think one map was like Abyss, Blight, and Breach, and like I would have an Essence in there and like strong boxes. It was like all in one map, and it's like holy frick. So kind of good. Yeah. And then just you spec on what content you like in the tree. And, yeah, go for what you want to go for. Reduce the chance for map areas to contain a Delirium Mirror by approximately 20%. The chance to encounter a Zana mission containing a Delirium encounter has also been lowered. So, like, this is a nerf. Like, we're going to get less items. Like, they completely redid the whole, like, drop rate and everything. It's going to feel probably quite different, I would imagine. Zana is now half as likely to offer a unique synthesis map of offering. So yeah, this is like, this is pretty big. It's pretty big. Well, it's definitely not going to make our maps feel like completely congested. Like it's definitely going to lower that. I'm really curious how it feels now. I think it's better for the game overall. I really do. Okay, ritual changes. Ritual altars can now be found once you reach maps. Okay, each map has 8%. Yep, we know that. Ritual splinters will no longer be offered as rewards from ritual encounters. Maps that have been opened with a blood-filled vessel. Okay. Added for ritual atlas passive nodes. So it's going to be in this region, which will grant various bonuses to ritual encounters. Kind of curious. Please read the atlas passive balance selection for more information. Okay, I think that's in a different section. And 3 ritual watchstone modifiers, which grant various bonuses to ritual encounters. Okay, cool. Cool. I don't mind ritual, but I don't know how rewarding. It depends on what's on the tree, I guess. What you can go into and how much will it make it better. Harvest changes. Oh, people are so tilted about this, which I think it's good what they're doing. I really do. I rather have I want that rarity back of items dropping on the ground instead of crafting being final game. Just personal preference. So, Kyle, have you ever played a miner build? Unfortunately, the version of Harvest that was active during the Ritual League was far too rewarding. True. Various adjustments have been made to the Harvest crafting the chance to encounter a portal of the Sacrum. Okay, we know this is that 60%. Zen missions requiring you to complete a Harvest encounter to increase smoke. Nope. Okay. They're pretty good, though. They're pretty good. The Sacred Grove now contains a minimum of 3 pairs of plots that can be harvested from. Okay, so 3. The Heart of the Grove encounter will no longer appear in the place of a normal Harvest encounter. Instead, it can be access to a Sacred Blossom map fragment that sometimes drops from Tier 4 Harvest boss. Yes. Which is good. That's better. Completing the Heart of the Grove encounter for the first time now unlocks 5 extra... Whoa! We would... Completed the Heart... Oh, this is good. This is good. Unlocks 5 extra or crafting slots, allowing you to store up to 15. Okay, this is good. This is a buff. I know people are gonna be like, well, you know, Harvest still got nerfed and everything, but this is good because then you want to do Heart of the Grove. I was wondering what they were gonna do because I know they made it into like the map fragment, but I was like, whoa, who wants to do, you know, Oshabi? Who wants to fight the Heart of the Grove? Well, now they kind of give you a reason because you can get more crafting. Okay, good. Crafts are no longer guaranteed from seeds. Now, seeds of tiers 1, 2, 3 each have a chance to provide a craft. With tier 4 unchanged, so the counters will remain as challenging as they were before. Okay, I have not fought... One, I have not fought Oshabi, and I have not fought the 3 beasts at all, so... Harvest monsters can be mean, alright? They can be mean. Some crafts that had overly demonistic behavior has been removed. These include the, annulment crafts, and all the divine crafts have been, crafts that reroll the value, have been removed. Exalted crafts that augment modifiers can now only apply to non-influence items. This does not apply to existing modifier, which applies an influence modifier to an already influenced item. Crafts that added random atlas influences to certain types of non-influence items have been removed in their place. Crafts that randomize the existing influence on an item while also reforging it with new modifiers have been added. Okay. Rebalance the weightings of the seeds so that you're seeing type-specific crafts at a more equal rate. For example, cold, fire, and lightning. The weightings of the crafts have also been rebalanced so that the more powerful crafts, such as an exalted type crafts, are now rare. Okay. Weaker crafts such as set an item to 3 sockets have also been removed, making the higher tier versions of these crafts more common. Interesting. Other league changes, general changes. We have rebalanced the league specific rewards that will provide far more readily through other content compared to the original league content. Some rewards will now be exclusive to the respective leagues. This is such a good change. Or much rarer from other types of content. For example, the Sigil Device are now almost exclusively available as rewards from the Abyss Depths. Huge bit, because these belts are so good. These are so good. Encounters and Delirium Orbs are now exclusive to Delirium encounters. This is good. This is good. Good. Very good. Okay. You can now find Abyss Scarabs from various sources. Each Scarab guarantees an Abyss encounter in an area with higher tier Scarabs containing additional Abyss encounters. An additional Abyss Jewel from Abyss Troves, or increased chance for an Abyss in an area to lead an Abyss Depths encounter. Rare Abyss Jewels that drop from Abyss Troves now use the well-rolled modifier system. Wait, is this that new system they have, like loot system that they're doing? Added several new new Abyss Jewel modifiers. Or wait, is this just... Or is this just the buff? I don't know. Various existing Abyss Jewels modifiers have also been updated. Please read the Abyss Jewel Balance section for more information. Okay. Well, elements can now be corrupted, which is insane because blight elements are freaking hard. They are freaking hard. Especially when you get like higher tiers, they're worth doing, but they are tough. I like doing groups with blighted maps if your PC can handle it. Chests in these maps have a chance to drop tainted oils, which is interesting, which can be used to anoint corrupted items. Insane. Blighted maps now apply the map item quantity modifier to the blight chest count at 20% the total value. Okay. Various oil modifiers that affect maps have been updated. Please read the oil changes section for more information. Okay, you can now find blight scarabs from various sources. Each scarab guarantees a blight encounter in an area with a higher tier scarabs guaranteeing an additional blight boss. 50% chance for the blight chest to contain an additional reward, or blight lanes to contain an additional reward chest. Okay. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I forgot my water. Feels bad, dude. Actually, might have to go get my water. Betrayal changes. Modifiers that are unveiled through Gen are more powerful. Yep, we know that previously. Okay, just skimming through this real quick. You still attain progress towards unlocking the craftable versions of these veiled modifiers. However, progress towards unlocking craftable versions with these modifiers is now slightly faster, which is good because man, it takes a long time. You know how many missions I run for Betrayal? An insane amount. Many crests have had their worst tier removed. Interesting. So they lowered some of the crafting, which is, I mean, it's the worst ones, but. The veiled modifiers have been rebalanced in a way that makes modifiers exclusive to one or two types of equipment are more common, while modifiers that can appear on a wider range of equipment types are rare. Yep. We have improved Betrayal reward system that slaying the mastermind is more worthwhile. Now if the mastermind is slain, her immortal syndicates drop their rewards at one tier higher than the current tier. This change introduces a fourth tier of reward from each member. It gives more reason to use a large variety of syndicate targets and the safe house leaders. Some of the best existing rewards have been moved to the fourth tier. We've also improved some of the less interesting or less viable rewards. Okay. Safe houses leaders no longer lose ranks when they integrate the mastermind intelligence. Betrayal targets are now more likely to drop veiled items with their signature modifiers. Okay. It's interesting. Polished and gilded scarabs are now obtained in a rare drop bargain during a betrayal encounter. Scarabs can no longer be obtained from bargaining in areas under level 68. I wonder if people just like farming them. I wonder if that, maybe. Various craftable veiled modifiers have been rebalanced. Please read the crafted veiled modifier balance. Okay. Beast tree changes. Added 10 new beast craft. Wow, we got new beast crafting recipes. Okay. Splitting an item through beast crafting now applies a split modifier to both items, preventing further splitting. Party members that are not the map creator are now required to be within a 250 unit radius, roughly 2 screens of a captured beast, in order for it to be added to their Mengari or whatever. Okay. For group play. Breach changes. Blessing of the... Yep, this is all upgraded, which is really cool. I mean, this is like super XP. So get your 6-man party going. Get that XP going. You want to hit level 100? Just do those breach stones. Those breach runs. Alright, delivery changes. Added and rebalanced various cluster jewel notables. Please read. Yep. The quantity and rarity. Okay, so that's the same. We've read that. That was in the manifesto. Delves have been rebalanced in the way that makes better rewards around earlier. Yep. Fresher fossils now apply the split modifier to both items, preventing further good. As well, fracture fossils can no longer be applied to items. Yep. Good. As the changes, we already know about that. Heist changes. The amount of XP required to level up a heist rogue has been reduced. Uh-oh, they're making it longer. Wait, they buffed it up and it was faster. It was pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty quick. I think I didn't even run that many heists, but I got some of my rogues up to like level 4. I didn't get anyone to level 5, but it was pretty quick for only running a little bit. Incursion. Elva can now convert your complicated and ready to run consumed in the map. We have made a lot of changes to the temple at Atsawada. That's such a hard word to say. As you may know, specific rooms temple can drop unique incursion items that can later be upgraded. Many of these unique items have been improved. Please read the incursion unique changes section for more information. Previously, the temple boss dropped random rare items. Yep, now also modifiers and a higher chance to drop vials related to the room. Having a higher tier room also causes more rare items to drop. Interesting. Specific rooms now add monster packs. Temple modifiers have improved, which is more monster density, challenge, and reward. Temple modifiers have been improved so that if your temple has more higher tier rooms, then it's comparable to a good map. We've also performed a monetization pass on room rewards. So like, okay. Explosive rooms now contain some basic chests that can be opened with flash powder kegs. You don't need them for opening a path elsewhere in the temple. The Shrine of Empowerment in the room of Temple of Atsawada now randomly empowers one connected room to tier 2 or below. Sanctum of the Unity room now randomly empowers 2 connected rooms that are tier 2 or below and upgrades them by 1 tier each. The Table of the Sacrifice in the Hall of Offerings room now allows you to sacrifice a unique item for another random unique of the same item class. The monster killed progress bar and temporal incursions have been updated slightly to make it easier to see if you've killed all the monsters. Okay, alright. Alright, so what are they doing with Legion? We didn't talk about Legion at all. We have no idea. Okay, well, they added 3 new incubators. The Blight, Delirium, Metamorph. Abyss incubators can now drop Abyss Scarabs. Incubators can now drop Shaper and Elder Influence maps, as well as maps with Delirium maps, or Delirium orbs applied to them. Okay, oh, these are just all incubators. Okay. The item drop pool from the Mysterious Incubator has been updated to include all the new rewards. Interesting. Metamorph. Added Accelerate Catalyst, yep. Which they were doing, what, speed and crit, right? Yep, physical and cast damage from players. Okay. Added unstable. What, there's 3 of them actually? I thought they said there was only 2, but maybe 3? Okay, Metamorphs created in the terms of level now deal 10% more damage and have 80% more health. Oh my god, they actually buffed them. They actually buffed them finally. Literally, the bosses that you create before, you know, you're supposed to make like an ultra boss. They finally buffed the Metamorph boss. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna get to the Labyrinth Changes here, and I'm gonna get water. So let's just finish this for him. Pernandez Changes. Source of Pernandez coins have had their normalized, the selection, cardio monetized, and vendors will no longer offer any scroll fragments in exchange for Pernandez coins. Okay. So this changes. Fractured items no longer have a visual effect applied to them. Okay. Tailsmen no longer drop using the well-rolled modifier system. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. What is this? Character balance. What is that? Alright, be right back. Real quick. Super fast. I'm back. Man, you'd be like Zizzering. I need a Coca-Cola. Need that Coke. Alright. God, there's a lot. There's a lot here. We're not even halfway yet, chat. That means tomorrow I gotta figure out what build I'm gonna do. Which I'm gonna do some POB. Consuming offering the goddess and the map device now opens portals at random trial, which is so good. It's so good. I can actually farm lab. Like, it actually feels kind of good to farm lab for enchantments. For example, after completing the internal labyrinth, a window will be displayed where you have to pick. Yep. So good. This is such a good change. The daily labyrinth, yep, has been he's been retired. Oh, this poor guy. He's retired. This is a good change, though. I'm sorry, dude. If you guys didn't know what this is, if you got, if you're newer to the game, so the daily labyrinth, will change every day, and whoever had the fastest time in the lab would get these unique jewels. It's the only way you can get them in the game. You have to be the fastest time in the labyrinth, and there's one guy that has got, I think he's got them since like the system came out, I think, or at least for the last couple of years. So he's been hoarding them, and everyone's thought he was like cheating or something. Like we don't really know or anything, but that's the story of that. That's why this is a really good change. So, but yeah, this guy would always win every day. Character balance. The low threshold for life, mana, energy, shield is now 50% or below, previously below 35%. Yes, yeah, that's okay. The cost and reservation system for skills have been essentially reworked to added new options. Previously, all skills had either a mana cost or mana reservation, which limited number of effects, allowing you to spend different resources instead of mana. Now, skills you cost mana, life, energy, and mana, life, energy, shield, or less common resources such as rage. Most modifiers that previously affected mana costs now just affect costs. Okay, and will thus apply to all costs values. Modifiers, which still specifically referred to mana costs, will only modify the amount of the mana skill cost, not other cost values. Similarly, there are now some modifiers that specifically modify only life costs. Spell skills requiring souls to use not a cost. Thus, modifiers to costs will not apply to them. This has technically always been the case, but because the distinction previously mattered, a couple of modifiers referred to this as a cost. Those descriptions have been corrected. Similarly, the base reservation of a skill can be amount of the mana or the life, or both. Other resources may be kept, and most modifiers to mana reservation. Okay, so they're just like switching up. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's pretty much just switching up like mana, because now you can use like life, you can use ES. So not everything is mana costs, depending on what your build are doing. I think that's pretty much what it is, or I'm just not a good player. I don't know. But anyways, percentage reservations are now stored with precision, entirely allowing them to do 2 decimal places in the percentage value. However, the total number of resources reserved must still be a whole number. This prevents some cases where small reductions in reservations values affected due to rounding. As an example, if a skill reserves 50% of mana, a modifier granting 1% reduced reservation will now change the reservation to 49.5. Okay, where previously it would still be 50% due to the change not affecting the percentage by a whole number. However, it is still not possible to reserve less than 1 of something. So for a player with 100 mana, that 49.5 reservation will still reserve 50 of it. For a player with 1,000 mana, it would be 495. Okay. Reserving mana or life no longer involves spending anything, so you don't need any current mana to turn on an aura. You just need enough of your mana orb to be unreserved. This is good. This is a good change. I'm pretty sure this is the change where so like if you click if you accidentally click a different aura skill, it would, and then your mana's like barely, you get like 5 mana, right? Well, then you unclick it. You have to wait till it goes all the way back up before you can click the other one. Now you can just click it. So it's a lot better. Just a little quality of life. Essential limit to total rate of recovery per second from leech has been changed. Previously, these limited any recovery base and what kind of leech it came from, but now limit recovery from any leech based on what kind of recovery it is. This has no effect except in cases where one kind of leech applies a different kind of recovery. For example, the Keystone Immortal Ambition makes life leech cause energy shield recovery instead of life recovery. Previously, this was limited by a maximum total recovery per second from life leech. The recovery will be now limited to maximum total energy recovery. Okay. Modifiers allow your hexes to affect hexproof enemies. Okay, yeah, cute dog. Rip, dude. It's a headhunter nerf. The corrupted blood debuff has been updated. Okay. Yeah, we know that. Call of Steel no longer has a cooldown. Previously 0.2 seconds. Okay. Increased character size is now capped. Another headhunter nerf. Now when I go into Cute Dog's stream, I don't have to see this ginormous character, which you can't even see the character. You only see his legs running around getting mobs. Good change. It is a good change because like I feel like it just makes the game look bad, honestly. Like if you see people running with headhunters and they're just like this ginormous dude and they're running at 2,000, I don't know, movement speed and just going AWOL. So good change. I don't know why it took so long, but good change. Good change. Okay, so anger now grants 16 to 23 additional. So this is okay. So let's see what's nerfed here. Anger. I don't think if I use anger, I think so. Fire damage to spells. So previously from 15 to 21, so it's getting buffed. 109 to 155 additional fire damage to spells at gem level 30. So previously it was 99, 140. This makes additional fire damage applied to attacks and spells by the same amount. So okay, anger's buffed. Berserk. Quality now causes the buff to grant 0.2%. Okay, so yeah, this is a nerf. This is the Berserk nerf, which I actually did my first Berserk character last league. Oh god. Okay, so is Blade Blast Dunzo, or is it just a little bit nerf? I've never played Blade Blast. I just know it's really OP, and a lot of people play it. Well, a lot of people in hardcore play it. Okay, so now deals 11 to 17 physical damage at 1. Gem level 1. Previously 13 to 20. Okay. A little bit nerf there. So 210 to 315 from 279 to 418. That's pretty big nerf at gem level 20. That's pretty big. Now added the damage effectiveness to 50% from 60. Yeah, that's pretty big. I feel like that's a pretty big percentage there. Yeah, I mean, that's almost 100 less damage, right? Damn. Oh, no. I love Blade Vortex. I do. But I know it's getting nerfed. Now has a base duration of 4 seconds, previously 5 seconds. So now has a radius of +2 at gem level 20, previously +4. Now has added damage effectiveness of 20 from 25. Now deals 86 to 129 physical damage, which was wow. Dude. Ouch. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, it's good overall. I mean, it's switching up the meta, but I like Blade Vortex. I don't think I'll be playing Blade Vortex. I was gonna play Blade Vortex if it wasn't getting nerfed. I was gonna do a poison Blade Vortex, but I don't think that's happening. It's not happening. Oh, there we go. That's what I'll say. Bladestorm. I've never done Bladestorm yet. Now deals 70 to 108% more damage with Bleeding Wild and Blood Stance. Okay. Flesh and Stone. Nerf. We already know that. Cold Explosion. I guess a nerf for Frostbomb? Yeah. It is a nerf. Not a big one. General's Cry. Mirage Warriors now channel for a duration of 0.67 previously from 1 second. Okay. Punishment. Cursed enemies now take 40 to 78 increased damage while on low life. Previously 50 to 88. So nerf. Exerted attacks now deal 20% more damage per previous attack exerted, but its work rate was 30%, so 10% nerf. Spellslinger. Whoa, no longer supports skills granted by items. No longer activates if there are no valid linked skills. Is this a huge nerf? I don't know. I don't play much Spellslinger. Okay. Someone carrying Golem getting nerfed for what, like the 3rd time, I think. Golem's Cascade skill has 6 seconds cooldown, previously from 4. Okay. The skill now also travels a shorter distance, less area of effects. Definitely nerf. Summon Carrying Golem now deals approximately 11% less damage to all gem levels. Wow, dude. Wow. Rest in peace, Carrying Golem. I think. I don't know. I'm not really 100% sure, but sadness. No, it's actually a good change, but I don't know. I'm still, yeah, whatever. Toxic Rain. I think I've played one time Toxic Rain, but it was a really, really long time ago. The spread range of spore pods from Toxic Rain is now affected by area of effect modifiers. This means that having a higher area of effect causes the result spore pods to spread out more. The base spread range of the spore has also been slightly lowered. Each spore pod now applies 5% movement speed to nearby enemies, previously 10, and to a maximum of 30%. Wow. Okay. Okay. Vigilance Strike no longer grants increased fortify duration. RIP. Now grants fortify on melee hit for 6 seconds. Up to 11.7. Quality no longer grants increased fortify duration. Quality now grants fortify 0.2 seconds. Okay. Nerfed. Vitality now causes you nearby allies to regenerate 10 life. Was 15 and 193.2 from 247. So definitely a nerf. Wave of Conviction is nerfed 2. Now it adds a damage effectiveness of 240, previously 220. That gets up, but the exposure goes down because a lot of people used it for the exposure for elemental resistances. Exposure now applies negative 15 to elemental resistance, matching highest DPS taken, previously 25. So 10% nerf there. And just 35 to 52 physical, from 32 to 48, 1000. Okay, so they're buffing the damage of the, like, they're actually making it. I think they're trying to make it into a skill, like, itself, right? Because people used it for the exposure. Like, they would just have it where it, like, trigger. So that, like, they would use some kind of other elemental whatever, but they would use this for the elemental resistance, so. I see. Okay, Val skills. We have no idea what they're doing yet. So, Val skill gems can now be obtained in Val side areas. Cards, that's simply, and Laboratory Lens in the Temple of Azul. Okay. They can only be obtained now of these. So side areas, cards, lens, and temple. Damage uniques now generate 6 Val souls, previously 3. Per 2% life, it loses with 1 second cooldown. Okay. Okay. Val Arc no longer causes modifiers to buff duration to also apply to the skill gain prevention. Now has a cast time of 0.7 seconds. Previously 0. Okay, so it's faster cast time. Now has a soul gain prevention during 2. I actually like Val Arc. Now has a soul prevention duration of 2 seconds. Previously 6. Okay. Val Blade Vortex. This is getting nerfed too. 11 to 17 physical damage. Previously 14. Yep, this is getting nerfed. 60 to 75. 0.2, 0.13. Base duration is 5 because like Val Blade Vortex was good. Now starts up to 2 uses. Okay, previously 1. Yeah. Val Blight. Yeah, but what's the duration? Oh, it's actually higher. Okay. Probably wouldn't be too bad. Now the soul branch is 7 seconds, previously 8. Val Burning Arrow now expends 15 souls per use, previously 20. Now stores up to 4 uses. Previously 3. Now has a soul gain prevention during 1 second, previously 2. Okay. Burning Arrow, Cold Snap. 46 to 69. Previously from 35 to 53. So Cold Snap. Val Cold Snap is getting buffed. Oh yeah, definitely buffed. That's a big buff. Here. That is like 800 more damage. That's a pretty big buff. Now deals 34.3 base cold damage, which is 29. It's a buff. Now added damage effectiveness 350, like super buff. Base radius of hit is, I mean, it's what, 150%? Radius of the hit is now 32, previously 15. 6 seconds, previously 8. Okay. Big buff. Val Cyclone now deals 80% base attack damage, so previously 50. Okay, and 99% base. Okay, previously. Okay, so pretty good buff. Now has 300% of base attack speed, previously 400%. Okay, now expands 25 souls per used, previously 35. Now soul gain prevention duration of 5 seconds. Previously 7. Interesting. Earthquake. 70 from 60, 85 from 71. So buff. Ongoing effect now ends after 9 aftershocks. Previously 7. So, okay, buff. Okay. Val Fireball. Now is a soul game prevention. Okay, so not much changed here. I'm actually thinking about doing a Fireball build. That might be my starter. Might be. Val Flame Blast. 120%. 10% buff. Now deals 100% more damage to elements. 10% buff. Now has base radius of 45. Okay, so more AoE. Now has a -2 radius for each stage. Previously -1. Okay, so maybe not. I don't know. I can't do math. So, yeah. I don't think it's that bad, though. Not a huge buff or anything like that. Val Ground Slam. Attack now exerts. Now be exerted as though it is not a Val skill. Now it deals 250% base from 190, 400, and that's 300. Now starts with a 4 uses, previously 3. Okay, Ground Slam, not bad. Like Val Ground Slam, not bad. Val Ice Nova. Buff. Definitely buff. 518? 762? Like, okay. That's quite a bit. This here, 50% buff. Now starts with the 2 uses, previously 1. Okay. Ice Nova build? No, I'm just kidding. Val Ice Nova. Lightning Strike. 105 to 80. 130 to 98. Now has 6 to 8. 2 to 1. Soul gain. Okay. Val Lightning Trap. 2679. 686 to 1000. Wow. Okay. 250. Like these Val skills definitely got buffed. Ballerina Arrows, 27 additional from 17. Okay, that's buff. Like, they definitely want us to use some Val skills here. Level 20. Okay. 4 additional sequences of arrows. Val Reeve, 200 for 150, 50%, 250, 70% buff. 25 per use, 35. Now starts with 3 to Val Righteous Fire. This one got nerfed, which is good. The way people are using it. Val Power Siphon, 25 critical buff. Now grants critical 50. Okay, yep, buff. Now starts with 3. Actually, Val Spark now has a soul ignition. Okay, Val Special Throw, 125, 91, 170, 135. Now fires 8 additional projectiles, previously 4. Okay, now expands 15 souls. Okay, this one looks really cool because it's like a hammered in. It's actually really cool. I wish they would do a hammered in like kind of skill. I mean, Blade Vortex is kind of that, but Blade Vortex is like really up close, where hammered in was like, I don't know, it'd be cool to see like a hammered in, like a paladin like hammered in, but I guess I'd make it like all physical damage in a way. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Support gem balance. Brutality now supports any skill that deals damage. Previously required the skill to hit an enemy. Wait, what? Now support any skills that deals damage? Okay. Passive tree balance. A new relentless veteran soldier cluster has been added to the southeast of the Templar's starting location. Regenerate 1% of life per second. Okay, so this is the new stuff for the low life, right? A new Vanquisher cluster has been added to the south of the Templar's, crushing enemies for 4 seconds when you hit with them on full life, and grants 40 increased physical damage. Okay. Redstone cluster has been removed and replaced with a new Vitality Extraction cluster. Causes recovered 2% of life on kill if you spent life recently. Grants. Okay, so yeah, this is for the blood builds. The small nodes at the Scion's starting location, which previously granted increased melee physical damage, are no longer restricted to melee only. Okay. Born to Fight. Increased melee physical damage and increased melee attack speed modifiers that are no longer restricted to melee only. Okay, Jambreaker no longer causes you to lose 5. Yep, I know that one. Corrupted Soul now causes you to gain 50% maximum life as maximum energy, previously 20. Scars no longer grants Fortified during effect. Any life flask now grants Fortified while recovering life from a life flask. Small note, the cluster previously granted increased cooldown recovery for stance skills now grants 10% reduced reservation on stance skills. Okay. So the passive. Holy schnuckies. Okay. This is the Atlas passive tree. Power Hunger is moved. I don't really know these like well enough. Has been moved to Glen. Added 2 small nodes, which cause. Okay. Well, I want to read these here. Added 2 small nodes, which causes monsters to. Okay, this is the ritual. Ritual altars in areas to grant 10% increased tribute. Okay, so get more tribute. Added Sacred Lands, which grants 10% chance for areas to contain rituals. Okay. Added Pain or Paid in Blood, which allows you to reroll favors in areas 2 additional times, while also granting 100% increased chance of ritual with special rewards. The Groove's Call now grants 10% chance for areas to contain the Sacred Grove, previously 5. Okay, so they buff the Grove. Clarify that the Rivalry Atlas passive causes 2% more items to drop instead of 2 additional items. This is purely a description change. Okay. Exotic Goods now causes a wider selection of items to drop. Okay. Big Game now has 50% chance of Yellow Beasts to replace. Previously it was 30, so I got nerfed. Irish has 10% chance from areas and hard missions to contain. Previously 5. Okay. Small Harvest Chance, now it's grant plus 30% chance to areas to contain the Sacred Grove plus 2. Oh man, there's a lot. Hang on. Just burping here, chat. Just burping. Got like an air bubble in my chest. I don't know if it's because of so much reading. Like, I think we're probably halfway now because there's like comments and stuff like that. Heart of the Grove no longer grants 100% increased chance for areas to contain the Heart of the Grove. It now causes harvest bosses in areas to always drop a Sacred Blossom. Okay. Since not possess 5 rare monsters, previously 20. Okay. Packed with energy plus 1 to all elemental resistances. Sulfide vein or chest found in areas. Small Piranha Snows grant 10% chance to drop twice as many Piranha coins, previously 20%. Increased stack size of Piranha coins found in areas. Okay. Friend of the Family now causes Cardia to offer the rarest of 3 options, previously 5. Okay. Escaped Experiment has 50% chance for areas to contain a rogue metaphor, previously 100%. Okay, so they nerfed that. Final Samples now causes metaphors in the areas to deal 50% more damage, previously 50. In addition, it now causes metaphors in areas to have 100%, 150% more life. So they buff the life. Metamorphs in areas to deal 50% more damage, but less damage. Damage now causes incursion monsters in the areas to be at least magic rarity. Or additional rare incursion items, 5% chance from Delirium maps, from 10 to nerf. Delirium encounters will generate additional reward types, so nerf. Glen. Culture advancement has been removed. Its effect now appears at time. Okay, Lex, okay. Battle's been moved to the new vesture. Okay. Rare Beyond Demons. An areas now have 20% chance to drop an additional basic currency on previously 35. Nerf. 5% chance hold on, no longer guaranteed. Tor Veil now grants 50 increase beyond portals from 100. Nerf. Face to face no longer grants 100% more timeless. Splitters from legions, generals, and areas. So they removed that one. Right. Vesta. High value targets have been removed to Glen. Or is this one just different? Removed. No, I don't know. Okay. 20% from the Abyssals from 10, so that's a little bit of buff. Sulfite hoarding monsters spawned by sulfite sentinels are now more dangerous but more rewarding. Okay. Out of the blue has 20% chance for sulfite veins and chests in the area also contain an amount of previously 5. Okay, so that delve is getting buffed. Total Anarchy now causes areas to have 10% chance to contain 20 additional rogue exiles. Previously added 1 rogue exile per 2 additional content types split. Okay. Rogue Trader now has 50% chance for wild rogues and exiles to have additional rewards. Previously 15, so that's okay. However, it now causes them to do 200 increased maximum life. Okay. That's a big life boost. Which rogues need to get buffed? Like, they're pretty weak, to be honest. Escrow replaces Harbinger, King Harbinger instead of groups of Harbingers. Okay. Previously 3, 5. In response, now causes blight monsters to spawn 100%. 150% faster, previously 100. Okay. S'mores on the Wind now causes maps found in areas that have 5% chance to area, contain additional blight encounter, 10, nerf. Flash Breach now causes breaches in areas to open and close 50% faster, previously 100%. Okay. Uncharted Realms. One, so this map. Okay. Alright, what do they do in the center areas? Man, there's so many changes. It's insane. Like, the good thing is like tomorrow at work, I get to listen to all the veterans go through this. That's what I do. So, probably listen to Quinn here. Oh, God. You know how long it's going to take Quinn to get through this? Quinn literally has a full day of content tomorrow. Just reading this, honestly. Like Quinn will be here all day reading these. I don't think he's on right now, unless he is on right now. But I mean, it is gonna take him all day. Okay, Gladiator no longer grants 25% more damage with bleeding. Now grants 25% more physical damage over time. Okay, let's switch that. Minor nodes now grant 10 increased physical damage. Previously 12 increased attack. Okay, so nerf. Pain Reaver has been replaced with Defy Pain. Okay. Divine Pain gains Defiance for 10 seconds, losing life and enemy hit no more than every 0.3. 25 increased armor per Defiance, 50 increased maximum total life recovery. So Berserk is going to be good for blood builds. Flawless Savagery. The increased critical strike chance modifier now applies to both attacks and spells. Is this Berserk then? They added physical damage modifier and now applies to both attack and spells. They probably did this because of Reap, right? Because Reap is a spell. Right? Assassin. Ambush and Assassinate. Now grants 50% more damage with hits and elements against enemies that are rare and low life. Previously 25%. So... okay. Yeah, that's a nerf. Gladiator. No longer grants 20% more damage with bleeding. Yep, physical damage over time. That's the new thing. Elemental, that got nerfed. It's no longer possible to temporarily bypass your golem limit. For example, if your golems died very quickly, the flesh on a unique body armor. Okay. Necromancer now causes you to regenerate. Yep. Messenger now removes the corrupted blood when you use a flask. Okay, the Orb of Binding has been added to the core drop pool. Yes. Guard body armor now drops +1 to all. Yep. Enemies you kill explode, dealing % of their life physical damage modifier can no longer appear on Crusader influence bottom up. Wow. Wait. Okay, now a Crusader or synthesis inputs. To replace this modifier, the grant enemies you kill have a chance to explode, dealing 1/10 of their maximum life as physical damage. Have been added. Existing items will retain the original modifier and cannot be updated to the new modifiers. Okay. Can no longer roll the global critical strike chance. Wow, they're nerfing quivers? Global strike multiplier, or global damage over time multiplier. Instead, they can now roll critical strike chance with bows, critical strike multiplier with bows, and damage over time multiplier with attack. Modifiers. Existing items cannot obtain the newer modifiers through divine orbs. Existing items cannot obtain the newer modifiers through divine orbs. Okay. so that we don't get the global. I mean, it's probably good overall because, I mean, people, the way we use people quivers and stuff. But. Okay, Hunter Influence quivers can no longer roll global, physical, fire, or chaos damage over time multiplier modifiers. Instead, they can now roll physical, fire, or chaos damage over time with attack skill modifiers. And existing items will be updated with the newer versions. Okay. Dude, they're changing a lot. The corruption outcome of the quivers that granted the skills chain plus 1 time modifier have been removed. In its place, an arrow's chain plus 1 modifier has been added. So some updated new versions. You can no longer craft percentage of physical damage converted to X damage modifiers on items which already have a modifier of this type present. The Elder Influence weapon modifier grants 60% for poison inflicted with weapons to deal 100% more damage have been removed. In its place, Elder Influence weapons can now roll a new local poison damage over time. The Elder Influence grants 60 bleeding effect on weapon deals has been removed. Is now a new local. Local means it's not global then, right? Yeah. The 100 Influence granting increased damage with poison has been removed. Cast damage over time has been added in its place. Okay. The Warlord Influence modifier grants increased damage with bleeding has been removed. A new modifier grants physical damage over time has been added in its place. Okay. Elder and Shaper Influence rings can no longer roll increase melee damage, projectile damage, or increase spell damage modifiers as suffixes. Second modifier which granted players deal percentage increased damage for each poison on them. Players have increased movement speed for each poison on them in areas contained. God dang, dude. Are we playing a new game? What is going on here? You can no longer obtain areas plus 2% grant Atlas missions on completion. Around titanium watchstones. The plus 4, 6. Okay. Class can no longer be obtained from the Fateful Meeting Divination card. Okay. Unique blight items have been anointed now. Their passive skill information when hovered. Yeah, unique blight items that have been anointed now have their passive skill. Okay. The of treasures modifier on strong watches now grants 125% more rarity. Previously it was 1,000 to 2,000 increased rarity of contained items. That's a that's a big difference there. The Forbidden Winds and Settlements can no longer roll twin modifiers. Okay. Oh man. This is Essence, huh? Reforge rare items. Yep, we know that. 31 to 44 chance to avoid being ignited to helmets, boots. It's previously 31, 34. So buff. Buff. Weapon range to melee now grants increased impale effect. Okay, so they put impale. 323 to 400 armor to belts. Okay, buff. 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 Now grants physical attack damage, leeches mana, and weapon quivers. Now grants local added chaos damage to weapons. Now grants added chaos damage with attack quivers. Essence of Misery no longer grants projectile pierce additional targets to quivers. Now grants physical damage, leeches, quivers. Okay. Buff. 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 Zeal. Now grants increased Warcry speed to helmets. Now increased totem placement. Okay. Okay. Essence of Delirium. No grants. No longer grants damage. No longer. Okay, they completely changed it. So you got marks, time multiplier, doom, blocks spell damage while low life to shields. Okay. And the weapon modifier causes inflict decay. Okay, 700, 500. So I got buffed. Shield nearby enemies with your block modifier grants to shields now have a greater radius. Okay, so they got buffed. 30% more damage. Well, okay, low life. Some of these are low life ones now that they're putting in. Essence of Sanity now grants projectiles, pierce 2 target, 2 quivers. And just so you guys know, if you guys are brand new players, alright, Co-Carnage, I put it in my Discord. He said it best. You honestly don't need to even know all this stuff. Is it a kind of a huge bonus to know? Yeah, but you don't need it. You don't need to know all this to enjoy the game. Because I mean, this is like really intimidating, probably for like new players. They're like, I don't know anything. Like if you don't know anything about it, that's good. It's fine. It's whatever. You know, it's whatever. Even I don't even know half of this problem. So, I mean, I know a decent amount, but I'm still learning. You know, myself. Bestial balance, the whole Bestials. Okay, I'm just gonna like skim through. I'm not gonna read all of them, but looks like a buff, 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 buff. Anyway, chance to avoid being ignited, buff. Oh wow, the avoidance got all buffed. Even minions get buffed? No, nerfed. Yeah, nerfed. Minions got nerfed for the jewels. Yep. Except for the life. No, no, go back. Oh no. I cracked one of my damn buttons. Oh, whatever. Here we go. I'll just go back to where I was. We'll get there, I think. Cluster jewel balance. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know all of these. I'm still pretty new with cluster jewels. I'm just looking to see 5% chance to deal double damage, full life, and previously was 6. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna go over the cluster jewels. I just don't know them too well. Oil changes. Now 35 increase experience gain. 5 increased pack size, previously 15. Also, they lowered it. Good. By messing there, it's 25% faster. Encounter duration is 40 seconds shorter. No longer grants 15 increased experience gain. Items combine 4 blade chests to be lucky. No towers to deal for a chance. Now causes blight encounters in the areas contain 3 additional blight bosses. Oh, this is good. This is good because the tower. I mean. It's not bad, but no longer grants 30 increased quantity of items found in the area. Now causes lanes of blight encounters in areas to have 20% chance for additional reward chests. Okay. Now grants 6% chance for blight chests to contain an additional reward. Previously 10. Okay, 15 blight chests to be lucky. Now grants 5. 25. Silver oil no longer causes variance. Okay, now grants 65 increased quantity. And okay. Okay, this is all the crafted veil modifiers. Okay, buff. Or is this the ones that is this the ones that, note that only the highest tier of the craftable modifiers have been listed. Lower tiers of these modifiers have also been adjusted in similar ways. Oh, okay. These are just the really high ones. So, what they did is, the ones that you get, like the 3 choices, your first time you do it, those are the big ones. So those are the big ones. Okay. Unique item balance. Many uniques of the least specific have also been added to the core drop pool. Okay, Death Aura. Buff. I'm just seeing if the ones that I've used. The Replica Last Resort. Different Vessels, Vinctar. So, okay, the Vigil Unique Jewel now grants 45 with the base version of 8 signs per 12. Okay. You covered all your physical. Yep. Incursion unique changes. There's so much here. No one causes you to lose mana. There's interesting story of the Veil. Okay. Whatever, skipping it. No, divine orbs cannot be used to change base types or remove modifiers. Okay. Monster changes though. Let's read this. The final boss of the acts add their drops rework. They now drop better items so they can be properly farmed if desired. The base life of all harvest monsters have been reduced 30. Yep. Okay. Approximately. Yeah. This is for that DD. The allies cannot die has been removed, which is interesting. So now it's like a timed thing. This is the thing that I spoiled a little bit earlier. Nemesis modifier has been added, which causes monsters modifier to apply an immunity buff to nearby allies in a short generation. If the monster originally is slain, allies lose the immunity buff. Other monsters have the Nemesis modifier, cannot be given the immunity buff. Okay. Rare monsters dominated by Sirius have had their attack, cast speed, and movement speed lower. Good. Hurry Flame no longer. Ultimate Molten Strike skill. Okay. The Bowl Thorn skill used by Lieutenant of Rage in the Labyrinth and the Crusher of Gladiators in the Racecourse map has been visually updated and no longer has damage reflection. Oh, Quinn will be happy. Quinn will be happy. The Val Pyramid arcade map bosses have had their health increased to bring them closer in line with other map bosses. Probably. They're pretty weak. The arcade map ones, at least. Xana League mods available during. So, Fortune Favors, Essence, Breach, Bloodline, Ambush. Oh, Harbinger, nice. Heist. Oh, so you put Heist in there? Okay. Harvest. Harvest costs 12 Chaos Orbs. Area contains the Sacred Grove. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, is this quality of life here? User interface changes. Epilogue section of the world screen U now contains sections of the Conquerors and Maven quest lines. The Conquerors of the Atlas quest line have now expandable sections in the quest tracker, similar to the Maven quest line. Oh, nice. Attack skill gems no longer display deals percentage of base damage as a modifier. This information can now be found near the top of the gem description when hovering over the gem. Okay. A single item can now be unstacked from a stack of items on your cursor by pressing Shift left click. What did I say? Left click. Single item can now be unstacked. So yeah, a single item can now be unstacked from a stacked item with your cursor by pressing Shift left click. Okay. Copying an item description with Control C now also copies the item class. Okay. Control Alt C now copies the advanced modifier descriptions on an item. Control click on June. Control click. Veiled Master now brings up the unveiled items interface. Interesting. Add a file cache directory UI option, which can be used to change the directory where cache files in the game are stored. Move the list of item filters UI option closer to the top of the UI option menu. You can now use as a prefix as a term such as unique or sword. Increase physical damage to filter results in search field, such as in your stash. Oh. Wait, this is huge. You can now use the prefix in terms such as unique or sword. Increase physical damage. Oh, so if you're looking for something, that's nice. Display result. That's good. I've been waiting for this because, like, if I'm like looking for a certain mod or something like that, it's really nice. So, improve the SSF migration warning. Okay. Trade website changes. Filters for influence items can now be found. Okay, snap filters trade website, for example, has shaper influence. Okay, that's good. Oh, these are just showing us where we get the rewards from. Okay, PvP changes. Corrupting fever was attacked. Override. Serious reap. Spark. It's no longer damage. Penalty splitter no longer has damage. Okay. And we have bug fixes. Recent updates. Valskull gems can now only obtain corrupting gems, Valside areas. Okay. The moderator completing. Dispatch was Has been removed. Okay then. Someone called Halo. All the Molly's cooked W. Core. Let's see. Quinn sees this. Vivon Zulu. Vivon Zulu. John is a moldy potato. Poggers. Yo, that was an insane amount of stuff, dudes. That was a lot. That was quite a bit. That was, yeah. Yeah, overall, I like the changes a lot. It's definitely gonna feel different. I'm like actually having a hard time remembering what I read completely because there is a lot going on here. Especially this is pretty big. That's pretty big. The Conquer thing. Yeah, it's God. There's a lot. There is so much right now. I know I'm gonna have to listen to the other guys talk about it. Like, you know, Zizarin. I like listening to Zizarin, Dat Mods, Quinn, Noogie, Steel Mage, like them. I listen to them, see what they go through it, and see their reactions. It's really, really fun. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction as a casual player. I got most of the stuff, and I really do like the changes. I like the core. I feel like this is definitely a better direction for the game. A lot of stuff got nerfed, I think, for the better. And I like that every league mechanic, the stuff is actually there. I feel like they fit a lot better in their places and stuff like that. So definitely good changes there. Really, really enjoyed that. But yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait for Friday. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, so tomorrow, just so you guys know, I don't know how long I've been streaming for. 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is a pretty long video because that was a lot of content there. So tomorrow I will be streaming, actual normal stream. We will be doing POB, looking, see what builds I want to do. I have a few builds I want to do in POB, to come up with. And yeah, we'll just have to see where that brings me. I'm definitely got a few ideas for sure. So, the ones that didn't get nerfed, that's for sure. So, Essence Drain is still safe though. I'm surprised, unless they changed an item that I didn't see or something like that. Well, the Spell Slinger, but does that affect Essence Drain? I don't think so. So, anyways, thanks for watching, hanging out, and I'll see you if you guys want to comment down below. What do you think of the changes so far of this